Well, welcome everyone to the very first site that we're going to work in our Dreamweaver IT-338 course, and that's called the Bistro Stripe Organization. You can find that on page 27 of your book. This is a very excellent book. I think you'll find it very enjoyable and very easy to work with. So the way the Bistro Stripe works, it's basically saying your client has a successful farm to table restaurant in a popular vacation destination community in California. She has already designed the pages for her new site, but has hired you to make sure everything works properly and then make the site available to the browsing public. So you should be thinking cha-ching at this point in time. So the project incorporates the following skills, and this is creating, exporting, removing site definitions in Dreamweaver, which I'm going to go over several different times. Moving files around in a site folder, which is really very easy. Creating relative links between pages in a site. Defining absolute links to an external sites and email addresses. Very important that you understand the difference between relative links and absolute links. Improving search engine optimization, which is referred to as SEO, with file names and titles, and cloaking site files from the web server. You'll find cloaking very important because you don't want to be uploading your Photoshop files if you're making it. You just want to upload the graphics. You don't want to upload your Word documents and possibly your Excel documents that you may use for modifications of the site. So we're going to talk more about that later. So right now, what you want to do is look at page 29, and this is where I'm going to start. I'm going to be using a different site definition. So what you're going to be doing is looking at how to create up the Bistro site definition video, which will show you how to do it for this class. For simplicity's sake, I'm using my own local computer, and that way I do not have to worry about any interrupts from the internet or any other issues here whatsoever. So again, I encourage you to do it however is most comfortable for you, but you will need to be setting up a site on GoBerry, and without that I will not be able to view your files. You will not be able to submit them unless you purchase the Dreamweaver program itself. So I'm on page 29, and I'm going to set up a simple new site, which is very easy. So I'm going to click on Site and click on New. Now you're going to see two different things. One that says Site and one says Advanced Settings. If you click on just the site, it does not give you the options that you really need to do other than where do you want to put it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Advanced Settings, and now I'm going to browse to where I want to go to. So first thing I want to do is name the site. So let's go back to Site, and we're going to call this Bistro. Now, I'm naming it differently so I can show you how to change it later on. Once we name the site, go into Advanced Settings, and you'll see things, local information, cloaking, file, blah, 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 all this stuff. Right now, we're looking at the default images folder. That's not totally relevant right now. However, it will be very important. So I'm going to click on this here, and I'm in a wrong one. I had set this up over here. We're going to be naming our videos 01 Bistro, 02, and that. The reason for that is strictly to make it easier for you to stay organized by 01, 02, 03 for chapters. I'm going to be storing them in videos right here. And then I have 01 Bistro, and I have an images folder already. So this is where I'm going to create my images. So notice that now warning, the image folder is not inside the site. That is okay. I'm going to show you how to fix that. So let's go back to here. And let's see where our site is set up. Okay, so if you get that message, do not fret. Go back and see where the actual site is set up, so you can see it over here. I will be trying to make a lot of mistakes Most of them will be on purpose, but some of them will be accidental. This one actually is accidental, but it is one that I had planned on doing anyway to show you. When you have something that says it's not in the site definition, that means the folders are in two different areas. So we're going to go back over here and we're going to fix the site itself. And let's go to videos and Bistro and select that. Now let's go back to local information and we'll select it and make sure we're in images there. Select the folder. We did not get anything. Now you're probably going to get a message that says the cache is going to be recreated. If you get that, that's good. That's normal. So click on save. Did not happen right there, but that's fine. So now you see you have all these folders over here, files, and here. The only folder we actually have is the images folder, which we created. So basically this is a get used to it over here. So for right now you can ignore some of the things on page 29 because I just did that. And now we have type FT Bistro in the site name. However, we don't have that. We have 01 Bistro. So if you want to change the name, so let's go to site and let me show you a potential conflict. If I go down up here, notice I have 01 Bistro. This is the one we just set. If I want to edit the name, I can click on it or I can click on this pencil over here. So let's click on it and let's change it to 01 Bistro and let's see what happens. Going to click on save and notice that there's one already set in here. So we can't do that. So I'm going to just rename it. I'll put a V in it for videos and save. Putting the V will always make it in alphabetical order because it'll be V01, V02 in here. I could rename the 01 Bistro site to something different. I can just delete it if I don't want to, but what I'm doing is I'm doing each one twice to make sure that I'm totally familiarized myself with that. Okay, so now we've gone 7 minutes into it and we really haven't done anything in here yet, so let's go into it. I want to show you views first. And if you get this screen up here, don't worry about it. It's just comes with Dreamweaver. The things you want to do is make sure that you have these open, and you'll see that in the book itself. So you want to also use the live view, code view, and split view. So let's go over the windows first in here, and you want to make sure that you have files, insert, and properties open. So I'll show you where they are. Files, insert, and properties in here. Now nothing's in here because you have no site opened with a file itself actually open. Just because the site is there and you're in the site doesn't mean anything's actually open. So in order for you to see the views, we're going to go in and open up the index site. So let's go into files and we can just double click on index to open it up. And boom. So now you have it. Up top here you have code, split, and live. Code just shows you the actual code. And you can see all this stuff is created for you. This is just your imagination, your navigation, which is got some unordered list and list elements. If we go to split, depending upon your preference, I like to have the code on the left and the live on the right, or the developer on the right, depending upon how I want. If I just click on code itself, you saw that. If I just click on live, I just see live, or I can click on design. There's advantages and disadvantages to both live view and design view. The book itself is going to want us to be in live right now. So I'm going to click on live. Now, if you go to view, you're going to have 18,000 options. So we can go to code view, we can go to split view, we can go to view mode in here. So what we want to do is we're going to go to split view, and it says split vertically, split horizontally, live view on left. Well, right now I have it split vertically and live view on left selected. So let's go into, now they're grayed out because we're not in split view. So let's go to split, and let's go and see what we have in here again. So we have view mode. Again, you have live, design, and toggle. So you can change it to whatever that you want. This just means that we're in live view and not design view. If we go to code, that obviously that's code view. So now we have split. So now we have split vertically, split horizontally. If I click on split horizontally, you can see it's top and bottom, which I do not like. Again, what view you use is your choice. So we'll go to view mode again, and here's split view. Let's split it vertically, and let's put the code on the left. Alright, so this is what I use for when I'm in split view. So right now we're just going to go to live view here, and notice that the code view is gone. You're going to be working a lot in code view, and it'll become very second nature very shortly in here. So you can see in here, using the options in the document toolbar, you can close the code pane if necessary, work on live view, regular design view, whatever view that you choose to. So I'm on top of page 32, and we've already opened up the index, and we're going to close it and open up about. I'm not going to close it, even though it tells you, because I want to compare, and you can see how close that the sites of these pages all look the same. So we're going to open up about and then open up menu. So opening up about, we're just going to click on the about, and then we're going to click on menu 1. If you get that, that just means you're trying to change the name, so we're good. So we have 3 different things. So if you look on the top home, about, menus, and special events, so we have home, about, menu, special events, home, about, menu, special events, home, about, menu, special events. The problem is they're all hard coded in each one itself. You'll learn how to take care of that when we get into templates. So we just close nothing, and we open up menu 1, and that's where we're going to end it for this particular video. We'll pick up on page 33. So hope this is enjoyable for you, and hope you learned a lot, and we'll get into the actual working of the site in our next video.